Hey guys, it's Lori. I'm going to show you today how I do my setup for my camera, kind of a little behind the scenes. The first thing that I'm going to do is close my blind because it always creates a glare. So we're going to pull that down real quick. Okay, so I just pulled both of my blinds and I'm using, this right here is on my older tripod that's not as tall. So if I'm up close to it, I'm taller than it. So this is the tripod that I would normally use. And it actually goes really tall. This old one, it's even dusty. So this one's newer. It has several different adjustments on it. And this is as tall as it gets, but it's plenty tall to be able to film me. And I can move it back, or here's my phone, and this is what I always record on. Right now I'm recording on Brendan's phone, so, because he has an iPhone too, so I can just airdrop this to myself. But what I do is I turn my camera on and I always go sideways with it. Hold on. I think it's the mailman. Oh, hi. I'm just recording a video and I'm like, hold on, I think it's the mailman. Okay, it's not the mailman. Brendan's girlfriend's here, actually. So anyway. Okay, so I put it on video, and if I'm using this camera, the rear facing, or is this the front facing? No, this is the rear facing camera. This is the front facing one right here, if I want to see myself. But if you use this one, you can't zoom in and out. If I use this one, I can. So that's what I usually do, so I can get a wider angle. So I'm just showing you everything because I know NonnaGrace had asked about it, and I'm not really sure exactly what it is that you wanted to see, so I'm just going to show all of it to you. I'm going to show you my microphone too, so don't go away. Okay, so I do this, then come over here. I lower this down. Wait, I'm still getting used to all the little adjustment areas of this tripod, but I lower it down a bit in order to film what I'm doing on my countertop, whether it's food prep or my advent calendar or whatever. So I lower it down, and then I've got it facing out this way. So I just put my phone on it like this and tighten it up. And then with this gooseneck, I really like the gooseneck because I can go down like this and just adjust it however I need it. And I can get it closer and, you know, point it down at what I'm doing and kind of zoom out or whatever, you know. So that's what I usually do for this. I also have let me move this out of the way here real quick. I also have this, and this can be a selfie stick, or it can open up and be a smaller tripod that I can just sit. Let me put this down. I can just sit this one on my countertop and just put my phone on this one like this, and I can sit it on my countertop and it'll raise. It goes all the way up to there, so it's clear up here. But anyway, I'll put it where I need it. I've got some painting stuff out here because I did paint a little section on my wall over here. But anyway, I put it like this, and then you can get kind of a side shot of whatever I'm doing on the counter. I use that one a lot of times too when I'm doing my food prep, especially if I have this one over by my stovetop. Then I can just have this one here on my countertop, and I don't have to fool around with, you know, moving the tripod all the time. And I also like this one because, let me put you back up. I can also do front facing like this, so it's facing me. And I don't have to do that, but I like to see if I'm in the frame. So that's what I always do whenever I'm chatting in it. That's what I do. Oh, and let me tell you too, I'll show you the light that I have up here. I have a light right over here, and it's just attached to a shelf on my spice rack. Here's the switch for it. I can turn it on, turn it off and on. And it is also, it's also a gooseneck. So I can pull it down. It's just a ring light like this. I have another one just like it that I use for putting my makeup on. It's in my crafter where I put my makeup on. But I just do this, and then I can turn it on. And I use this when I do my grocery hauls, when I do my advent calendar, or whatever. That's what I use for lighting for that. And then over here on this countertop, I have these lights underneath. It's just the little LED lights, a little switch right here. Oops, little switch right here. So I can turn that off and on when I'm working over on this. This is usually where I do my food prep, but I'm just showing you over here on the other counter since it's like, I don't know. It's more cleared off, and I'm actually going to be using this counter in a minute anyway, so, okay. All right, so now we have our light on. We have more lighting. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on this tripod. Make it so it's facing me, the front facing. I'm going to scoot it back because I can't zoom out with this one. So I'm just going to scoot it back a little bit, and I'll adjust the lighting a bit like that. Well, that actually, it's better lighting, but maybe it shouldn't be because now I'm kind of shiny because I don't have makeup on today. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere, so that's okay. But when my camera's like this, when it's like this, I can talk to you guys, and it's the perfect height, and I can move it. I can move this. I can show you my shirt if I wanted to. Stay jolly, my friends. Or if I wanted, I could just spin you around like this, and we could go ahead and just look at the advent calendars or whatever I'm doing over here. But if I did that, I would adjust my light as well. Okay, so that is my setup. That's how I do my cameras for my tripods, or my kind of behind the scenes stuff when I'm doing like a meal prep or whatever I'm doing. And grocery hauls, you know, stuff like that. Let me grab my microphone. I didn't bring it out here with me. Okay, this is my microphone. I'm gonna say it's a Unalzi or Unalzi. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it, but that's what it is. And when you open it up, you've got two microphones, and then this, what do you call that, a receiver? I think that's what you call it. But the case charges. It's a charging case, so you just keep the case fully charged, and the case then charges the microphones. And there are two microphones in here. They're both the same. I can use either one. It doesn't matter which one I use. But I could have one on and John could have one on, for instance. And then this, you just plug in. Now this one's for the iPhone. So I know Vicky has this kind too, and she doesn't have an iPhone. She has an Android. So I'm not sure exactly what she got, but I think you can get, I know that you can get this kind for Android phones as well. You just plug this into the same place you plug in your charger. Plugs in just like this. Then take your microphone, take it out of there, and there's a little button on the side. I don't even know if you can see it. Tiny little button on the side right there. And you just hold it in until it lights up and stays lit, and then let go. There's adjustments on it. I'm not going to go into all that. You can hit it again, and it's, I'm not sure about all that. I just know I just turn it on. I just turn it on and go. This is already plugged in, so I clip it on. Oh, I got my glasses on. Glasses on my shirt. I always put my glasses there. I clip it on so that this little thing right here is facing outward. The first time I used it, I had it facing inward, and it's all muffled then. Hold on. Okay, I had to cough and get a drink of water. So this faces out, so you can see the green light. If you were looking in the camera, you could see the green light. Just clip it on, just like that. And now I can use it. So I'll switch over to this camera, this phone camera, whatever you want to call it. I'll switch over to this one so you can hear the difference in the audio. A lot of times I have to adjust the audio in my editing program if I'm doing some of it with a microphone and some of it without a microphone. I just make it so the audio is all even. And mine, I edit in iMovie, so it has a feature where you can just auto adjust the volume, and that usually does the trick if I just do that. So, yep. So this is my microphone, and it's seriously just as simple as that. That's all it is. Okay, gave Brendan his phone back, and I'm back to recording on mine. So I had to put my glasses on so I could airdrop those videos to myself. This is my other cheap little tripod. I mean, it's sort of tall, but it's very basic, very inexpensive. I know you can still get them like this, where you just like open up these little clip thingies and shorten up the legs. Yeah, it's just your basic cheaper tripod. The one I'm using here with the gooseneck on it that I showed you is very sturdy. It's very sturdy, and I would trust it with like an expensive camera on it even. So yeah. All right. This one folds down pretty well. So this one can be this small. And then of course I have this one that just folds right up real easy too. So, and the one I'm using. So those are my 3 tripods. And in my car, my phone mount in my car is actually my rear view mirror and 2 hair ties. I showed you that in a different video. Okay, I'm gonna have some of this coffee, the Advent coffee from yesterday. I showed this to you yesterday in yesterday's video, but I didn't drink it because I just didn't feel like it. If I'm being honest, I just wanted a regular cup of coffee. Sometimes I just do. But this one is chocolate cherry, and I'm not sure about it, if I'm being honest. Where's my cup? I was gonna use my cup that I used this morning. Here it is. Here it is. Chocolate cherry coffee. Ooh, crooked. We're crooked. All right, and it's going into my, I was gonna say Keurig, but it's actually an instant brand, instant pot brand, or instant whatever. And I'm just making it right now. I'm not gonna show it to you because I think you know what it looks like to brew a cup of coffee. It looks like my coffee pot's on fire. It looks like it's smoking away. That was the other day. Was it yesterday or the day before? There was so much steam coming out of it. I was like, is that smoke? Because it was really white. But anywho. All right, I'm going to go put this stuff away real quick while that's brewing, and I'll get back with you. Oh, and I also want to tell you, this one right here, I usually keep it right here on my windowsill. Then if I take a notion to record something real quick, I can just whip that one open and record whatever I'm doing. But I also kind of like to have another one to keep in my craft room. That way I don't have to run out here and get it. Like if I FaceTime with Courtney or something, that's really nice to put my phone on so I can just have it like, I can raise it or whatever so she can walk around the house with me and do whatever I'm doing, and I can still be FaceTiming with her. So it's actually not FaceTime. We don't really FaceTime. We do it over Facebook Messenger. So anywho, I'm gonna go put this away. Okay, I got my ice cube to drop down in there. I should have put it in before. And my coffee spoon. All right. Oh gosh, that smells an awful lot like amaretto. The amaretto, I put cream in. It didn't really make it any better, so we'll see. We'll see. This is really hot. Give me a minute to let this cool, and I'll be back. Okay, I finished painting that little strip of wall and cleaned out my brush. So this has cooled off a little, but it's still steaming. If you can see that, it still is. I just painted this little strip of wall on the bottom right there. Well, there's a big shadow over it, so it's hard to tell, but it looks so much better. It was just, that's always been like the dog food corner, and for the cat food stuff was always there for a long time, but ever since we've had Winston, we haven't put it there because he eats it. So, well, he still eats it anyway, but that's beside the point. Yeah, but it was just like scratched, and there's splatters on it, and just, you know. So, all right, we're gonna try this. Me and my Chips Red nail polish. That's all right. That's okay too. Can you tell I'm not looking forward to it? I'm kind of not. Okay, let's try to stay positive. This isn't amaretto. This is chocolate cherry. It's not that bad. I don't like it though. I don't really like it, but it still has some sort of a fake flavoring taste to it. It doesn't taste just like the amaretto, but it's awful similar. It smells like it. That's the problem. So yeah, I don't really like it, but I'll probably just go ahead and drink it because it's not as bad. It's not as bad as the amaretto, so yeah. Okay. And we've got another one to do later, so I don't know what I'm gonna get later.